Ever stared at a cold and dark Fenix A320 and thought, where do I even start? You're not alone. In this video, I'll walk you step by step through the cold and dark startup process made for total beginners, and by the end of part 1, your aircraft will be alive and powered up, ready for flight. Let's get started. First, load up on the Fenix A320 in your simulator at the gate. Make sure you're using a cold and dark preset. No ground power, no engines, everything's off, so it'll look like this. 100% everything off, engines back, no nothing, just that one light. First things first, let's start any systems on. So let's start battery 1, battery 2, and then external power. Let's align our displays here. So see these 3 dials up here, nav, and nav. So all 3 of them should be pointing in that position there, and you'll see that. You hear that little chime there. And now if you look here, it'll say IR align in 7 minutes. So now 7 minutes, all of those displays there will be aligned. While we wait, let's get some stuff set. Turn on your navigation lights here. This tells people or other aircraft and ground workers that we have systems and electrical running. And then we're gonna set this here crew supply, so the oxygen, on. And now that won't be there anymore. It won't say off. And here, set this switch to arm, the emergency exit light. Step 4, let's set up the EFB, or the tablet over here. If you're flying on the first officer side, it'll be on your right. Flying on the captain side, it'll be on your left. And click on this one right here. Then type in the code of the airport you're at. Right now, I'm at Detroit, so it'll be KDTW. If you have a SimBrief account here, then you can sign in up here, which I am already signed in, and you can pick your flight. So right now I'm just gonna go with this one here, the last flight I did. Then it'll say there, plane has been imported. Exit out, click right here. Now it'll load in all your stuff. This is delayed just because this was a few days ago. And then it'll autofill all the weight and balance of what it should be. So if you go in here, it says all the planned stuff for that flight route. Now let's start by loading up the plane. But if you're in the Fenix, turn this on here and twist it all the way up. And then press load aircraft, pick which time. I don't want to wait half an hour, so I'm going to click on the 9 minutes. If you listen, you will hear an announcement in a minute. So you can click on send to MCDU, and it'll say success. So now the weights are in here, and then now the weights are in here, and now this is the, and we're gonna do the MCDU setup. So probably one of the most confusing parts of setting up the A320. So first you're gonna click on init, and then click on here if you have SimBrief and have successfully imported it. If you don't, then follow the steps I'm about to show. If you do have it, then just skip ahead to the next part. So we're gonna just put in a quick route here of Detroit to Orlando, and then click. So you're gonna put the airport code, make sure it's the ICAO code, because that code will have an extra digit, so 4 digits instead of when you typically fly, it's 3 digits, which would be these. So you click on that, you put a slash, then the next airport, and then click on this one here for where it says from/to. Click on that and import it. And now you see it'll have changed a bit. Then pick a flight number. I'm just gonna go with 1620. I'm gonna click on that one there where it's flight number. Cost index. It's different for everybody. I usually put 45. It doesn't really matter, but that's just basically the fuel economy of your plane. And cruise flight level. So we're gonna do this at 37,000 feet. So if you're going above 10,000, it's only the first 3 digits. So then you're gonna pick those 3, click on that. Right there, it's just cruise flight level / temp. Ignore the temp, it'll calculate that itself like that. And now you can click on flight plan, and there you can look at your flight plan wherever you filed it. You can use what I used to use, which is free. It's a free software called Little Nav Map. You can use that, and that works good. Click on Detroit there. You can click on KDTW, which is Detroit's code. Click on that in there. Click on departure, and we're gonna depart runway 3 left. So you can click on that one right next to it. We're gonna take the CLVIN free departure. So we're gonna click on that. The only transition is stays, so we're gonna click on that and insert. And now you look there, it has all of our stuff there. That there stands for intercept, which means we're gonna intercept. There stands for intercept. That means we're gonna intercept our flight plan after takeoff and go here. Then it tells us our altitude to be at, all in there. So 2,500, then 7,000, and then you can keep going down. And now we want to be 3,000, and so now you can just keep going down until you see here. And then any flight plans in any waypoints in between, you can insert there. So like this, we're gonna put this waypoint in, click on it, and click insert, and there it is right there. And then if you have enough, you have more waypoints. Every waypoint you just click on right there after typing it in. Then now we're gonna click on KMCO, or Orlando Internationals. Then click on arrival. We're gonna come in runway 18 right, so we're gonna click on it, ILS, and then you can pick a arrival. We're gonna go with this one here, GTOUT1, and we're gonna take this transition, insert. And now your flight plan is pretty much filed. There are more details, but I can get into that another time. And then if you look here, it's set as a manual landing right there. So that's all we're gonna do for this series. And now you can click on the pref page, and then you're gonna go back here, and then you're gonna go back over here, click on this, and then you can click on 18 right, which I believe is what we clicked. So you can click here until you're there. That's the one we're taking off out of Detroit. Right now, if you look outside, it's dry. It looks like it might rain, but it's not raining. And then you can either go into the ATIS frequency, which I'll get into that in a more advanced series. But for now, you can just click sync load sheet, and sync weather conditions, sync live, and calculate. And then if you have, and then you can either click send to MCDU, or if you want to, you can just leave it there and you can insert that yourself. So we're gonna just put a few of these in. So your V1 speed is gonna be 136 knots. So you type in 136 there. Then our VR speed is 139 knots. So we're gonna put 139. And our V2 is 143 knots. Click 143. And now there's more over there, but if you were to click on this here, send to MCDU, it'll turn green, which means it's a success. And if you look there, not everything is programmed into it, even these ones. So that is it for part 1 of the Fenix A320 Cold and Dark series. Make sure to like and subscribe and comment what I should try next.